Hello children, welcome back to the second module of chapter number 13. And in the first module we had completed about the conduction of the water, what is electrical conductivity and how liquids conducts electricity through them. Here in the second module we are going to understand about the conductivity of other liquids. For example, salt water, lemon water, oil, and so on. Now, before we start with the other processes in the chapter, let us first understand what is electrical conductivity of liquids. Some liquids are good conductors of electricity, such as tap water, salt solution, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, and so on. Or solutions of acid, bases, and salts are called as conductor of electricity, whereas some are poor conductor of electricity, such as spirit, kerosene, and so on. Now in this video, in the upcoming image, there is a list of the good conductors and the poor conductors of the electricity. Go through it properly and understand it. Now we are going to make an activity in which we are going to analyze the various kinds of liquids that will show different electrical conductivity through them. To do an experiment, we need lemon juice, vinegar, distilled water, and petrol, tap water, etc. Now, the methods to do the experiment is: arrange the setup as shown in the figure and connect it with the LED and the circuit. On each setup, you have to change the liquid that you have taken, and you have to notice whether the bulb glows or not. Now make a column into two parts, where in the first column write the names of the liquids taken, and in the second column write down whether the bulb glows or not. For example, in lemon juice the bulb will glow brightly, showing that or indicating that lemon juice conducts electricity. Similarly, in pure water the bulb will not glow, whereas in sodium chloride solution the bulb will glow brightly. And similarly, we have to check for the other liquids as well and note that whether the bulb glows or does not glows. If the bulb glows, then the electrical conductivity is true, and otherwise it is false. Now children, let me share an interesting fact to you people. You would be surprised to know that there are certain vegetables like tomato and potato, and there are even certain fruits like banana and citrus fruits like lemon. They conduct electricity through them. But that after conducting the electricity test, you do not eat those fruits because they undergo certain chemical changes that are harmful to the body. Now let us move to the most important part of the chapter, that is electrolysis. Now what exactly do we mean about electrolysis? Well, the term electrolysis itself means splitting up or breaking down. So it is breaking down, dissociation or splitting up of the water molecules. When electric current is passed through water, it splits up into hydrogen and oxygen. And this process of splitting or dissociating of the water into its constituent molecules are known as electrolysis of water. When electric current is passed through water, oxygen is produced as the bubbles in an electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery, whereas the hydrogen gas bubbles out or is produced at the negative terminal of the battery. Now, not only water, but there are certain other aqueous solutions as well that can conduct electricity, and substances that dissociates into ions when placed in water, and those ions conducts electricity is called electrolyte. There are two types of electrolyte, strong and weak electrolyte. Strong electrolyte dissociates 100% and becomes ions completely, whereas weak electrolytes, only a small portion of it breaks down into ions and most of them stay as molecules. Now let us see a setup for the electrolysis. Now in the setup diagram you can note that there are two plates that are inserted or submerged in a vessel filled with electrolyte. Those two plates are known as electrodes. Now, what exactly do we mean by electrodes? Electrodes are the substances that can conduct electricity through them. They may be of two types. One is anode and the other is cathode. Anode refers to the negative terminal, whereas cathode refers to the positive terminal through which the current may enter or leave. Now, in the setup, you have also noticed that the electron flows from positive to negative terminal. Now, during this flow, they conducts electricity, which is conducted through the ions. Now, what are ions? The electrically charged atom or group of atoms that formed by the loss or gain of one or more electrons, that is cation or the positive ion, or anion, that is the negative ion, is called as ions. And ions presence or absence make the liquid conduct electricity or does not allow to conduct electricity. That means the presence or absence of the anion or cation, that is the ions in the liquid, makes it a good or poor conductor of electrical conductivity, or for good for the electrolysis process. Now, during electrolysis, we usually get confused that how do we exactly know whether the reaction is going on or not. Then you need not have to be worried, because when there is any kind of chemical reactions, then either in the anode or in the cathode there would be the depositions of the metals, release of the bubbles in the gaseous form for the gaseous eruptions, or there may be evolution of some gases. Now let us understand the effect of impurities in the electrical conductivity of water. When impurities such as salt or the other kind of impurities dissolves in water, they form an ions. Now these ions make it possible for an electric current to pass through the solutions. For example, let us take that we dissolve a small quantity of common salt, that is sodium chloride, in water. Now, if we take this solution as an electrolyte and set up as shown in the figure in the picture, then you would notice that at one end there would be deposition of the chloride ion, and the other end there would be the evolution of gases. Now, they are sodium, and so children, I hope you are understanding the videos completely. Now, as you have already understood the presence and absence of the ions as an impurity and how it is important in the electrical conductivity of water. The next module we would be explaining about the electroplating and the application of electrolysis. Till then, stay healthy.